Muffin here, and we are back with the English version of Tales of the Rays. If you missed my last video, if you keep up with both versions, I had a little fiasco where all my summons videos basically were worthless and I couldn't upload them with the free summons that we got. Also, if you're only playing the worldwide version, look forward to the 1-year anniversary because you will get 10 banners to where you'll get a free multi-summon on each one. But without further ado, let's go ahead and hop into this. We've got the Tales of Fantasia event. Fantasia, right? Yeah, it's definitely Fantasia. For Mint and Archie. And so let's go ahead and go over to the summon page. I'm not going to, obviously, as you can see, I hardly have any mirror gems. But I will do the single, the first time half off summon. My whole thing right here is, for this event and the event that's going to follow, which should be the Halloween event, I believe, I don't really have any interest in those characters or their mirror arts, so I'll just rely on the tickets in order to pull their arts and possibly some mirror arts. The next banner I will actually be doing a multi-summon on will be Sarah from Tales of Link, which is 3 events away. Well, this event, then the next event, and then the event after that is Sarah. So I will be saving for that. But I can spare 100 mirror gems to the summon. But let's go ahead and check the breakdown and see what we got here. So only 4 mirror arts on this banner. Obviously, we got Cress and Chester. Their stories have already come around. The whole thing is, every character that gets implemented into the story will eventually have their mirror arts appear on an event banner. So I always recommend that you wait for that because the story banners have a huge pool of characters that can pull from. So if you're aiming for one character, you're most likely not going to get it. So I always recommend just wait for these events to come around. And even if you play the global version, you can always check out the Tales of the Rays wiki for the Japanese version to see what characters are coming when, so you can, you know, more, I guess, have a smarter way to plan your summons, which is kind of nice because for the Japanese version, the players can't really do that. They don't know what's going to come until usually a day before the events come around. So we got our 4 mirror arts. Unfortunately, on the global version, they don't have the actual rates yet. On the Japanese version, we could actually see the percentages of everything. So 2 4-star weapons for everybody. And then roughly, what is this, like 3, 6, 3, 6. So Crest and Chester have 6 weapons, and it looks like Mint and Archie have 4 each as well. So not a bad banner at all. Got some pretty good stuff. And then obviously we will go over the event store. I'm just going to do this quick little single summon. Just see what we get. Maybe I'll get lucky and get a mirror art. Who knows? Maybe it'll turn rainbow right now. Well, gold. I mean, I'll take gold. I mean, it's not going to turn rainbow now, but I was kind of doing the whole reverse thing where I was trying to trick the game into thinking that I didn't really want one. Okay, so 4-star weapon for Crest. That'll definitely help because I believe this is one of the event weapons, so it'll give me extra currency when I use Crest for the event, so that's very good to have. So we are good with that, so let's go ahead and hop over to Quest and check out the event store. Beep, boop, bop, bop, bop. Loading screens. The Japanese version is much better with loading screens, so once we get that update, that'll be nice. So, there is a second page. This is how you will get their extra weapons. See, it even says right up here in the corner, in Trial of Fire, you can earn 4-star weapons for Mint and Archie by clearing quest missions. That's how you'll get all that stuff. But this is the actual story event that will actually also, I believe their limit break crystals will all be in here. Okay, no. So, in order to get Mint and Archie's limit break crystals, you will have to do that second story, which is going to be more difficult than the first story. So, we've got 1 4-star weapon for Crest and we got 1 3-star. I don't know if I have that weapon for him. See, the nice thing about these weapons is usually the 3-star weapons are weapons that the characters have already had on banners, so you may not need to buy every weapon that's in this shop. So, same thing with Chester. I know I have at least 1 or 2 of his 3-star weapon. Orion Star, I don't believe I have. Alright, so as per usual, we get 10 tickets. I would recommend... So, this is how I usually do things, so to kind of give you an idea of how I spend my currency. So I go through the event, I complete everything, and then I farm the farming stage until I'm out of stamina. Then with however much I have, well, first thing I do is, if you don't have any Spirit Gems or Mirage Crystals, I would recommend buying them. Get Mint and Arche to level 35, because once you get them to level 35, you'll have some missions on the main page that will give you a ton of the currency for the event. So do that first. Always get them to level 35. That's all you really need to do, if you can manage it, obviously. Get them as high as you can. Then what I usually do is I start with the tickets. I usually go with, so like for example here, we've got the 5,000 here, we got the 5,000 here. Those are the two I usually buy at first, because that's usually the currency you have for it. And then, so you'll have a couple weapons for Mint and Arche. You may not want to use them immediately until you use a few more tickets, so definitely use Cress and Chester on your team. And then, so their anima is the same as Tales of the Abyss, so you definitely need a healer, so either go with Melina if you don't mind the 1.5 times multiplier for everything, or you could go with Tyr if you have her healing arts, which is also another viable option. I usually go with Tyr. Mint is going to be a straight healer, so once you get Mint's healing arts, just throw her on there and forget about Tyr for this event, because obviously you're going to want those bonus currency points. So, Spirit Gems and Mirage Crystals first. Then go for some of the tickets. I would say go for roughly the 5,000 and the 10,000 of the lower currency, and then go for the 5,000 and 7,000 of that currency. And usually I don't worry about these weapons. Like if you have 4 weapons for Cress and Chester, then save their weapons for last. And same thing with, unless you have them at level 50 already, don't even worry about the Nexus Shard for last. Always go for all the tickets first. But it also depends on how much time you're running on. If you're not someone who plays this game frequently enough, and you're just someone who kind of casually plays it, you may want to play it a little differently and go for the weapons first, and not really worry about... And if you're someone who actually summoned on this banner, you may not need the tickets as much, so you may switch over to the weapons. But if you're someone who plays like me, where you roughly... you'll use your full stamina on an event, once or twice a day, definitely go for the tickets first. But other than that, once you've got all the stuff all the way down to here, then go for the Shroud Crystals after that. And then after that, obviously, all this stuff you can farm on your own, except for these 3 things right here. Mirage Stones, Mirage Crystal, and Mirage Orbs. Those are the final things you're going to want to buy once everything else is out of the way, because that's how you enhance all your arts and your Mirage arts. And then once you're done with that, just go ahead and go down here, get your reflective material, because that's the material you need last for the final stage of enhancing a Mirage art. And then just after that, just keep get gold. I obviously need some. I'm only at about 5 million almost, which really isn't that much in the long run of things, especially if you're going to be enhancing a lot. So after that, just go for farming gold, and that's pretty much all you need to know for this. So this event shop is going to be open till the 18th, but let's see how long the event is actually going for, because right now it is the 28th of February. The event is going until March 14th. So we roughly have 16 days for this event, which really isn't that bad. I think it's a little longer than the last event. I think the last event was exactly 14 days. So that's pretty cool. Other than that, though, guys, that's pretty much it for this event. I've pretty much given you the rundown of what you need to know. Probably won't have... let me think, another raise video until probably the next event comes around. Or if we get some news, I'll definitely keep you guys posted. But other than that, that's pretty much all I got for you guys. Hit that subscribe button if you're new to the channel, and I will see you all next time. Have a wonderful day, everyone.